LEAD framework for leadership, learning, enhancement, advancement, and direction by Samuel Montgomery, submitted to American College of Education for LEAD 6001, Introduction to Advanced Studies with Dr. Aguilar, July 15th, 2019. This assignment consisted of two parts. In part one, I revisited the personal and professional goals I submitted in the admissions process and annotated information in the Learning Enhancement, Advancement, and Direction framework. I used my SWOT analysis to modify it to reflect my current personal, professional, and academic goals within the appropriate areas of the grid. I incorporated the program outcomes analysis and from discussion responses that I found relevant. In part two of this assignment, which you are viewing right now, I developed an audio-visual presentation using the LEAD grid I developed in part one. I used Google Slides, iPhone iMovie app, YouTube to record my voice and upload it in an attempt to present these ideas in a unique way. Well, we know what LEAD stands for: learning, enhancement, advancement, and direction. But what does that mean? I kind of dove into it and gave learning, gave enhancement, advancement, and direction my own definition. Learning, the processes and journey you have or are willing to take to attain knowledge, skills, and abilities. Enhancement, looking at your strengths and refining them into pillars of inspirational motivation. Advancement, the steps you can take or will take to achieve what you consider to be successful. And direction, the course you will chart to reach your own desired outcomes. There are three main topics in LEAD that help learners assess their own unique situations: personal, professional, and academics. Along with the three main topics in the LEAD framework, there are also 8 subtopics. The first is my strengths, my developmental areas, my accomplishments, ways I make decisions, prioritize the list of how I learn best, resources I should or can use, constructive feedback, the way that I accept it, and constructive feedback, the way that I give it. Okay, so I used the SWOT and the learning outcomes from the ED program of the American College of Education leadership. And these are my findings. In regards to personal, my strengths are that I collaborate and contribute. I enjoy creating job aids and mini manuals to help others, and I believe in inspirational motivation. In regards to the developmental areas, I have evidence-based decision-making skills, and I believe that I need to improve my social networking ability to communicate and reach out to others and kind of form tribes. With my accomplishments, I have strong development and implementation of knowledge, skills, and abilities. And I also believe that I help to establish strategic relationships and strategic partnerships in my personal life. In regards to decision making, I am informed, and I believe in a whole concept. That means looking at the whole picture, breaking it down to individual parts so that it could be understood by all parties involved, and bringing it back to the whole picture again, the whole concept. The learning style in which I have is kind of across the board in personal, professional, and academic, and that's auditory and visual. I can also consider myself to be a virtual learner. Fully submerging myself in virtual environments seems to be a way that I am learning that I can learn better that way. In regards to resources, I enjoy using Final Cut editing platform and Camtasia in my personal life. In regards to personal feedback, the way that I accept it, I just go into it head forward and say, hey, now I'd rather have it now than never. Right. And in regards to the feedback, the way that I offer it, in my personal life, I'm straight and to the point because I believe that time should not be wasted. In regards to the professional aspect of this lead framework design, I believe that my strengths are deeply rooted in multimedia design, creative innovation, and providing a fun and safe learning experience for children as well as adults. As far as developmental areas, I know that I need to develop more listening skills and also more effective coaching strategies. In regards to my accomplishments, I am branching out of the teaching aspect of education. I am trying my best to transition into the more facilitator role versus a teaching role. So last year, I can say that I accomplished that. It was a very successful school year. And as a result, my other accomplishment was high end of the year scores in my classroom. In regards to decision making, honestly, I just have gut reactions and I stay committed toward the overall goal. Right. My learning style, once again, is auditory and visual. The resources that I use professionally are Google Apps for educators, as well as Edutopia. The feedback that as a professional, I accept feedback by listening for relevance, okay? And as a professional, I offer feedback by first showing appreciation. For academics, I consider my strengths to be a strong communicator and also I have a great ability to use critical thinking skills. As far as developmental areas, I believe that I have creative thinking, right, and innovative teaching and learning experiences. So I'm trying to really enhance those experiences more and more. Creative thinking, innovative teaching, and learning. In regards to accomplishments, I'm a distinguished graduate. I'm proud of that. First time that I've ever had straight A's, 4.0 straight A's in my grad studies as an educational technologist. And I was inducted into Kappa Delta Pi. So those are my accomplishments there as far as academically. As far as decision making, I believe in failing. I do. Failing is the first attempt in learning. And without failing, when you fail, the more you fail, you shorten the learning curve. So you learn faster when you fail. I do believe that. And also asking for feedback is a way that I make decisions. In regards to academic learning style for myself, once again, auditory and visual, the resources that I use academically are EBSCO, EBSCO, as well as ProQuest and Google Scholar, and also the digital media library that ACE provides for their students. Far as academically, the feedback, how I accept it, I believe in showing and improving, listening to the feedback and also as feedback show that I have shown improvements. And in regards to the way that I offer it on an academic level, I believe in the sandwich method. Start with the positive, then bring the negative in, and then end with the positive again. I found an awesome quote about transformational leadership that I wanted to share in this presentation. Transformational leaders inspire followers to achieve extraordinary outcomes and in the process develop their own leadership capacity. I thought that was just a very powerful statement that kind of summed up this whole process or this whole lesson of transformational leadership.